Hi everybody, welcome to Verbling English classes. My name is Lorraine and I'm from Canada. This class is at an intermediate level. We're going to be looking at vocabulary that we use to get to know people. Questions to ask people to show that you are interested in them and find out a little bit about them, and they can find out a little bit about you. Again, this is at an intermediate level, and we're just waiting for people to enter the class. Hello, Natalia. I'm not hearing you. Microphone is on? Yes?
My microphone.
There you are. What's going on here? Ah, that's better. For some reason, my there. Can you hear me now, Natalia? Oh, good. Okay. I couldn't hear you because my headphone popped out for some reason.
I can't hear you too.
Okay, it's okay now?
Yes, it's okay.
Oh, excellent. And hello, Alpha Pilot. I know you won't speak, but I'm just saying hi anyway. There are a couple of people, yes, here we go, who have reservations, so we're going to wait for them. Ileana, hello. Nice to see you again. Ileana, there you are. And Dia, hello. How are you today, Dia? Dia, are you there? I can't hear you. Oh, we lost him. So how is the weather in your neck of the woods, Eliana, in your town? How is the weather?
Today is so nice. It's sunny and warm.
Oh, good. Nice. It's sunny and warm here too, which is so nice. This is a holiday for me, so I have many people here visiting me at my cottage. So I have locked myself away in the room so I can teach. Mauricio, hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you for asking. And you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Okay, and we have Vincenzo, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Vincenzo?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you. And Action, hello.
Hi Lorraine, how are you?
I'm very well. It's nice to see you again.
And nice to see you too.
It looks like, are you lying down?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I'm a couch potato.
Okay, the couch potato. Okay, couch potato. I think we'll get started because I think we've got everybody who reserved a spot, and anybody else who would like to join may do so. I'm going to share my screen with you. Also, did anybody download the worksheet that we're going to work with?
Yes.
If you did, could you please post it in the chat so that everybody can get it? I forgot to grab it before I closed my Verbling window. So if you have it and you could post it, maybe Alpha has it, and we'll get started. So like I said, we're going to be talking or looking at vocabulary for asking questions of people. But first we're going to look at phrases and words to describe people that we know or people that we meet. Okay, so I'm going to start with Vincenzo. Number 1, could you read that for me, please?
Yeah, close friend.
Okay, and the list of definitions on the right, which letter do you think is the closest to a close friend? A good definition.
I think that is a person who is in the same apartment.
Well, maybe. Have you ever shared an apartment with somebody you did not like? I know my daughter has. She did not consider, you don't always get to share an apartment with somebody that you like. So you wouldn't call a person that you're sharing an apartment with a close friend necessarily. Okay? There is a better definition there that describes a close friend. What do you think? Did I lose you, Vincenzo? I don't hear you.
Yeah. I try to the other phrases.
Okay. Have you read them all?
Yeah. Just a second. Sorry.
That's okay.
Letter H.
Yes, letter H. Can you read that definition for us?
Okay. A person who you know very well and who you like a lot.
Exactly. Good.
Okay.
Natalia, number 2.
Colleague.
Colleague, yes.
E. A person who works with you.
Very good. Yes, that is a colleague. Is colleague an English word, do you think? We use the word, but it's not English. Does anybody have an idea of what language colleague is? No? I think it's French. I think it's a French word. Many of words we use in English are from French because I guess at one time they were very close, England and France being very close together. Okay, Mauricio, number 3.
Okay, acquaintance. This is
Acquaintance, yes.
acquaintance. This is the G, a person who you have met but you don't know well.
Right. So that was G. Good. Excellent. Eliana, number 4.
Classmate, a person who is in the same class as you at school.
Very good, yes. And Dia, number 5.
Number 5, flatmate.
Yes.
A person who shares an apartment with you.
Yes, that's correct. That's D. Now, here in North America, we don't call them flatmates. Dia, you need to mute your microphone, please. Thanks. We don't call them flatmates. We call them roommates. Roommates. Flatmate is a British term, so we say roommate. Okay. But same thing. Action number 6, please.
Stranger. A person who you don't know.
That's right. That's F. Good. And Vincenzo, number 7.
Number 7, mutual friend. Letter B.
Not letter B.
Oh, no, sorry. Letter B, it's relative. Okay.
There aren't many left.
A friend of two people who may or may not know each other.
Yes, that's right. A mutual friend. So I may know a man named Frank, and Frank knows me, but he doesn't know my friend Martha. So I'm the friend of two people who don't know each other. Frank knows me, Martha knows me, but Frank and Martha don't know each other. So that's a friend of two people who may or may not know each other. Good. And the last one, Natalia.
Relative, a person who is connected to you by blood.
That's right.
B.
Good. Very good. Okay. So now we're going to complete the sentences with the appropriate word. And we did Natalia. So Mauricio, number 1.
Okay, I don't know him that well. He's just an acquaintance.
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 Acquaintance, yes. Acquaintance. Say it again.
Acquaintance.
Perfect. Good. Eliana, the next one.
My blank never does any cleaning. It's very annoying. My flatmate.
Yes, my flatmate or roommate. Good. Okay. So Alpha, do you know the word to put into the next sentence? Just type it in the box, in the chat. My grandfather came from Greece, and I have many something living there at the moment. Okay, if you put that one in the chat, and we'll go on with the next one. Action. Can you do the next one, please?
We are stopped in my grandfather.
No, we're going to do the next one down. We'll wait. Maybe Alpha will put that one. Go ahead. I can talk.
I can talk to her about any problem. We are close friends.
Okay, good.
We are close friends.
Close friends. Good. Okay. All right, so I don't know. Alpha doesn't seem to be writing it, so I think I'm going to get Vincenzo to do my grandfather.
Okay. My grandfather came from Greece, and I have many relatives living there at the moment.
Good. Thank you. And Natalia, the next one.
One of my colleagues, or colleague,
Yeah, colleagues.
colleagues was on sick leave, so the manager gave me some additional duties or duties.
Duties. Yeah, duties. Good. Mauricio, the next one, please.
Okay, how do you two know each other? We meet through flatmate? No, it's not. Wait, relative? No. Mutual friend?
Yes, that's the one. Mutual friend. Good. All right. And Eliana, the next one, please.
Charlie forgot to bring his course book, so he had to borrow one from a classmate.
Good. All right. And the last one. Action.
I have never seen him before. He's a complete stranger.
Stranger, yes. Good. All right. Well done. Now, we're going to listen to some audio clips. We're going to listen to a conversation between a guy named Simon and a girl, Alice. Now, as you're listening, just think about what they're talking about and see which of these topics they are talking about. So there will only be some of them. Okay, so let's get this ready to go, and here we are.
So, where do you come from?
Well, I was born and brought up in Bristol, but my mother is from Spain originally.
Really? Whereabouts in Spain?
In Madrid. Have you been there?
No, I haven't. But I did have a wonderful holiday in Barcelona last summer. What do you do for a living?
I work as a tour guide for foreign visitors to London. And you?
I'm an English language teacher.
An English teacher? Do you enjoy your work?
Yes, I do. It allows me to travel a lot, and I really enjoy visiting new places. I spent last year teaching in Korea.
Korea? Wow, that sounds interesting.
Yes, it was. Right now I'm back home on my summer break. Do you travel much?
Yes, when I can. I especially love hot countries.
Have you ever been to Italy?
Yes, I have actually. Several times. I went there last summer. The weather and the food were just fantastic.
Yes, I enjoy good weather too. It's a pity we don't get much here.
Okay, so what topics did they talk about? Vincenzo?
Yeah.
Name one topic that they talked about out of these six.
They talked about travel.
Okay, they talked about travel. All right. And Natalia, what else did they talk about?
They talked about work.
Yeah, they did. Okay, Mauricio, what else did they talk about?
They talk about hobbies and interests.
Do you think so? I'm not sure they talked about hobbies and interests. They talked about him traveling because he was an English teacher. They did talk about something else, though. There was one other thing they talked about right at the beginning.
A family, for example. With studies.
No, there's only one left.
Excuse me, I don't know.
Only one left.
Okay, yeah. Origin and beer, because she said that her mom is from Spain, original.
That's right, yeah. That's what they were talking about. Where do you come from? I was born in Bristol, but my mother is from Spain. So you could almost say they talked a little bit about family there, because he did say about his mother. But those are the ones that they mainly talked about. Okay, good. Now let's put some words in there, the vocabulary. We're going to listen again, and we're going to try and complete the questions that were asked. Okay, so everybody ready? Let's go.
So, where do you come from?
Well, I was born and brought up in Bristol, but my mother is from Spain originally.
Really? Whereabouts in Spain?
In Madrid. Have you been there?
No, I haven't. But I did have a wonderful holiday in Barcelona last summer. What do you do for a living?
I work as a tour guide for foreign visitors to London. And you?
I'm an English language teacher.
An English teacher? Do you enjoy your work?
Yes, I do. It allows me to travel a lot, and I really enjoy visiting new places. I spent last year teaching in Korea.
Korea? Wow, that sounds interesting.
Yes, it was. Right now I'm back home on my summer break. Do you travel much?
Yes, when I can. I especially love hot countries.
Have you ever been to Italy?
Yes, I have actually. Several times. I went there last summer. The weather and the food were just fantastic.
Yes, I enjoy good weather too. It's a pity we don't get much here.
All right. Where did I leave off? I think it's Eliana's turn. Do you know what Simon says?
So, where do you come from?
right. And action. Well, I'll read Alice here. Well, I was born in Bristol, but my mother is from Spain originally. And then Simon says what?
Really? Where exactly in Spain, I think?
Okay, that's very close. The word he used was...
Whereabouts?
Yeah, whereabouts. Whereabouts in Spain. Okay, so it means the same thing, but it's one word, and it's very commonly used. Whereabouts in Spain. Okay, good. And Vincenzo, Alice says...
Alice says, in Madrid. Have you been?
Have you been there? Good. And then Simon says, oh, we have a new person here. Nenho, hello? Nenho, are you there? Nenho Tsu? Okay. Natalia, can you do the next one, please?
I'm sorry, I missed number 3 and number 4.
Number 3 and number 4?
I missed.
Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by number 3 and number 4. We're working on listening, doing the questions after listening. So there is a conversation between Simon and Alice, and we're on, Alice says, in Madrid, have you been there? And Simon says, no, I haven't. That's the one we're working on. Do you see? Natalia, it's on the screen share. Can you see it there?
Yes, I see, but I didn't hear this.
Ah, okay, sorry. Well, we'll move on. Eliana, can you answer it?
Yes. No, I haven't, but I did have a wonderful holiday in Barcelona last summer. What do you do for a living?
Okay, good. Very good. And Alice says, I work as a tour guide for foreign visitors to London. And you? And Simon says, I'm an English teacher. And action, what does Alice say?
An English teacher. I think she said that. Do you like your job?
Okay.
Do you enjoy?
Yeah, very similar. Do you enjoy your work? Good. And Simon says, yes, I do. It allows me to travel a lot, and I really enjoy visiting new places. I spent last year teaching in Korea. Alice says, Korea. Wow, that sounds interesting. And then Simon says, Vincenzo.
Yes, it was. Right now, I'm back home on my summer break. Do you travel much?
Okay. Alice says, yes, when I can. I especially love hot countries. And Simon says, Natalia, are you ready to answer, or you don't know where we are yet?
Okay, try. Have you ever been in Italy?
Yes, to Italy. Have you ever been to Italy? Good. And Alice said, well, we won't finish that because there isn't anything for you to answer. All right. So we're going to try and look at these questions to decide what the topic is that the questions are asking about. For instance, the first one, origin or birth. So a question like, where do you come from? Which is what I always ask you students when you first come into the classroom. So it's asking you where you live or where you were born, that kind of thing. Are there any other questions that were asked that have to do with origin in this little conversation? look through it and see if you can see any other questions.
Whereabouts in Spain? Whereabouts?
Okay, whereabouts in Spain? Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Having to do with a place.
Is correct if I say, where do you live? Where do you live?
Yes, you could say, where do you live? That would be correct as well. That is not one of the sentences we have here, but
Okay.
it is certainly a good sentence you could use when you're talking to a new person you've never met before. Okay, there's one more.
Have you been there?
Yeah, have you been there? So we're talking about Madrid. Have you been there? Good. Now, there were questions about work. What were the questions?
Do you enjoy your work?
Okay. Anything else?
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, what do you do for a living? Whoa. Okay, good. And then travel.
Do you travel much?
Anything else?
Have you ever been to?
Yeah, have you ever been to Italy? Okay, good. I just wanted to bring your attention to this conversation and the flow of the conversation, how they move from one thing to another. Sometimes you want to change the focus of a conversation. Maybe you don't want to discuss something. When somebody is asking you a question, a good way to stop the questions is to ask a question of your own. So look what Alice says here. Natalia, can you read Alice right here where she says in Madrid?
In Madrid, have you ever been there?
Okay, and then Simon says, Vincenzo, read what Simon says.
No, I haven't. But I did have a wonderful holiday in Barcelona last summer. What do you do for a living?
Okay, so right there, Simon changes not only the topic, but going from answering questions to asking questions of Alice. And now Alice has to answer, but she's very quick to change the question back to Simon so that he's answering a question again. So this is the give and take in a conversation. If you ask too many questions, it seems like you are you're prying into somebody's life, and that's not a good thing to do. So just be aware that there is a give and take in the conversation where people answer and people ask. Are there any questions about that? Because we're going to look at another conversation, something similar. So we're going to listen to a conversation between James and Erico. Oh, I gotta get my... Okay, here we go.
So, Erico, is this your first time in Seattle?
Yes, it is.
When did you arrive here?
I got here on Monday.
On Monday. And how long are you here for?
Just a week.
Oh, that's a shame. You'll need much more time to get to know the city properly. Where are you staying?
At the Bridge Hotel. Do you know it?
Yes, I've heard it's very nice. And how long have you been learning English?
Oh, about 10 years. In Japan, I have a teacher from New York. Have you been there?
No, not yet. but I have a few friends from there.
So what do you do in your spare time?
Well, I like listening to music and playing the guitar. In the summer, I also really enjoy water sports like windsurfing and scuba diving. How about you? Do you do any sports?
Yes, I do Aikido.
Really? Are you any good?
Okay, so let's see. Nenho, are you there? Nenho Zhu? Okay, I'm not hearing anything from him. Natalia, name one topic that James and Eriko talked about.
Current visit.
Yeah, the current visit for sure. Good. Mauricio, something else?
Study and language.
Yeah, they studied language. Yeah. Good. Eliana, one more.
Hobbies, interests.
Yeah, hobbies and interests. Good. All right. So we'll do the same thing. We'll listen again and try to complete the questions. Ready?
So, Eriko, is this your first time in Seattle?
Yes, it is.
When did you arrive here?
I got here on Monday.
On Monday. And how long are you here for?
Just a week.
Oh, that's a shame. You'll need much more time to get to know the city properly. Where are you staying?
At the Bridge Hotel. Do you know it?
Yes, I've heard it's very nice. And how long have you been learning English?
Oh, about 10 years. In Japan, I have a teacher from New York. Have you been there?
No, not yet. But I have a few friends from there.
So what do you do in your spare time?
Well, I like listening to music and playing the guitar. In the summer, I also really enjoy water sports like windsurfing and scuba diving. How about you? Do you do any sports?
Yes, I do Aikido.
Really? Are you any good?
Okay.
It was so quickly.
Yes, they're talking very, very fast. Action, can you tell me the first sentence, what James says?
So, Erika, is this your first time in Seattle?
Okay. I just got to get my notes here too. Okay. And Eriko says, yes, it is. And James says, Vincenzo?
I lost the phrase. When have you been here?
Okay.
Maybe.
When did you get here?
When did you? Okay.
When did you arrive?
Right. Yeah.
When did you arrive here would work, but I believe he says, when did you get here? I think. That's what I have.
Arrive.
Let me just check it.
Okay, it's not important, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, you're right. When did you arrive here? Yeah, sorry. When did you arrive? Oh boy. All right, when did you arrive here? And then Eriko answers, I got here on Monday. Okay, so James says, who's next? It's Eliana.
On Monday. And how long have you been there? I'm not sure.
Okay, no, it's how long? Anybody remember what God said?
I think she said, and how long are you here for? Like this?
Yes, that's right. How long are you here? Okay, good. And Eriko says just a week. And then James says, action.
Oh, that's a shame. You will need much more time to get to know the city properly. Where are you staying?
Good. At the Bridge Hotel. Do you know it, Vincenzo?
Yes, I've heard it's very nice. And how long have you studied English?
That would work. That isn't exactly what he said. Does anybody know the word he used instead of studying?
Have you been
learning?
Have been learning.
Yes. How long have you been learning English?
Okay.
What you said is perfectly fine too. It would work just as well.
Okay.
Oh, about 10 years. In Japan, I have a teacher from New York. Have you ever been there? No, not yet, but I have a few friends from there. And then Eriko says, Natalia?
So what do you do?
In your
yes, but a
spare
little
time.
more. In your spare time, yes. So what do you do in your spare time? Okay. Action.
It means free time.
Yes, spare time, free time is the same. That was Natalia, was it? We just answered that one? Natalia, did you answer that one?
What?
Yes. I am mixed up as to which student goes next. I think it's Mauricio. Sorry. Okay, Mauricio, read what James says.
Okay, James. Well, I like listening to music and playing the guitar. In the summer, I also really enjoy water sports like windsurfing and scuba diving. How about you? Do you do any sports?
Okay. Okay, and I just want to bring your attention to this word here, scuba diving.
Okay, scuba diving.
Perfect. Okay, good. And Eriko says, yes, I do Aikido. And James says, oh, really? Are you any good? All right. So the hobbies and interests. What sentences talk about hobbies and interests?
What do you do in your spare time?
Okay. Any others?
Do you do any sports?
Do you do any sports? Okay. The other way you could say that is, do you play any sports? Do you do any sports, I think, is more British English, and do you play any sports is what we say in Canada and the US. Okay. But both are correct. What about studying languages?
Have you been learning English?
Okay, how long have you been learning English? Learn how to type faster. Okay, anything else? I think that's it, isn't it? For the, yeah, about language. Okay, what about for the current visit?
Is this your first time here?
Okay. Anything else?
When did you arrive here?
Okay. Anything else?
How long are you here for?
Okay. And I think there's one more.
Where are you staying?
Yes. Good. All right. So, looking at all of the questions in this exercise and the first exercise, Which questions ask about general facts about a person? Just, we're asking about the person themselves.
Where do you come from?
Okay, possibly. Yep.
What about?
Okay, I don't think I'm going to type all of these out because it's too much typing. If we just say them, if you are interested in them, then jot them down yourself, write them. So where do you come from is one. What else?
For living, for living.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
What do you do for a living?
Okay, what do you do for a living? Yeah, that's a good one too. Anything else? Just asking about the person, different things about them. Anyone else? Maybe, do you enjoy your work? Do you travel? So they're asking questions about them personally. Then for somebody's experiences. So you're asking them questions that will give you information about what they have done. Can anybody give me one example?
Have you ever been to Italy or?
Yes, that's good. Yeah, good. Anything else? Very specific.
What do you study?
Okay, yeah.
Do you travel much?
Possibly, but that's getting a little more general again.
Okay.
This one here is, can you see the one that I'm circling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So read that. Can you read it out loud? What I'm underlining with my...
Is this your first time in Seattle?
Yes. Is this your first time in Seattle? So you're asking them a very specific question about an experience. They have come to Seattle and you're asking for information about whether they've been here before. So that's looking at somebody's experiences. Okay. What about an activity that started in the past and it continues up until now?
Have you been learning English?
Yes. Have you been learning English? That's a good one. How long have you been learning English? So
Yeah,
you know that
excuse me.
she's still learning English, but she started learning English a long time ago. And how many years did she say? You remember? How many years ago?
10 years, 10 years ago.
10 years, yeah. So 10 years ago, she began learning English, and she is still learning English now. So it started in the past, and it continues to now. Does anybody know what kind of grammatical thing that is? An activity that starts in the past and continues till now?
Present perfect.
Is it present perfect? Yes,
Continuous.
present perfect continuous.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell continuous? Okay, good. What about a temporary situation in the present? Can you see any questions that ask that?
Have you been
Where
there?
are you staying?
Yeah, where are you staying? How about things like, not so much where, I realize it's how long are you staying?
How long are you here for?
Yeah, how long are you here for? How long are you staying? So you're looking at a length of time that's going to be temporary. Although if the person were to say, oh, well, I've moved here forever, it wouldn't be temporary anymore. But in this case, it's a holiday, so it's only a week. And the last one is a past event.
When did you arrive here?
Yeah, very good. Okay, excellent. Good job. Okay, so if you can take a look, if everybody has the worksheet, you can look over those conversations and take a look at the expressions that are used by the speakers to show interest in what the other person is saying. If you are listening to someone but you don't say anything, then the person who is speaking doesn't know if you are interested or even if you hear them. So you have to give some indication about showing interest and that you hear them. So what kinds of expressions do you notice? So we have 3 examples here. Do we see all of them or just some of them or none of them? Who can give me an example of an expression where something like really or that sounds interesting is used? Read the sentence. Vincenzo? Can you find anything like that?
No,
No?
just one.
Yes, there is in the first.
In the first one?
Yes, when Alice says, well, I was born in Bristol, but my mother is from Spain originally. And someone answered, really? Asked, really?
Good, yes.
Spain?
Yes, that's a good one. So Simon is showing interest in what Alice is saying by using the word really. Not that he is, I mean, you might think that saying that would mean that he's not believing her. When somebody says something and then you say, really, it sort of could maybe make another person think that you don't believe them. It depends on how it's said. The tone of voice. In this case, with the tone of voice, Simon is showing interest and then asking a question immediately about her mother. If he were to say, really, and then go on talking about something else, Alice would feel that he's not interested. He doesn't care and he really doesn't want to speak to her. But he shows his interest by asking a question about her mother. Okay, whereabouts in Spain? Good one. All right. What about using repetition? So, for example, they're giving us things like an English teacher, Korea, on Monday. So that was in the second dialogue. So read that sentence where about an English teacher where we hear it twice. Where does it say that? Oh, actually, I think it was in the first one because he was talking about being an English teacher, wasn't it?
It's also in the second one, but about when Enrico says, I got here on Monday, James, on Monday will be Sunday.
Okay. Where is that? Oh, yeah, there it is. I see. I got here on Monday, and James echoes, on Monday? Again, showing that he heard what she said by echoing what she said, and then asking another question right after that.
Yes,
Okay, good.
I think this is a indirect question because he knows the answer, but he's showing more interest about it.
Exactly. He's showing that he's heard her. Yeah, that's good. And they ask questions such as whereabouts in the States, or do you enjoy your work? I think that is wrong, whereabouts in the States, because I didn't see anywhere where that question was asked. But what place was asked in that sentence? Whereabouts in
Spain.
Wasn't the state? Yeah, whereabouts in Spain, not in the States. So it's something incorrect on the worksheet. Okay, and do you enjoy your work? Again, all of these questions are designed to make a person feel comfortable and that the listener is interested in what they have to say. So now we're going to do some role playing. We're going to use the language from this exercise and ask each other about each other. Okay? So I'm going to start. I'm going to get rid of the screen share here so that I'm in the classroom. There. Okay, so let's see. Eliana.
Yes.
When did you go on your last vacation?
The last summer.
And where did you go?
I went to London.
To London?
Yeah.
Was it nice there?
Yes, fantastic.
Wonderful.
Even my favorite city is Edinburgh. It's not London.
Okay. Have you ever been to London before?
Yes, many times.
And you go because you like to visit there, or do you have relatives there?
I have friends there, so I go to visit them.
Excellent. Thank you. So now, Ileana, I want you to choose somebody else in the classroom and ask them something.
Okay, I ask to Natalia.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Natalia, where do you come from?
I'm from Russia. Have you ever been in Russia?
No, I've never been there. And what do you do for a living?
I work. I'm a tutor.
I could understand.
She's a teacher.
No, I'm not a teacher. I'm a tutor.
Oh, a tutor. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, really? I'm not a tutor, but I'm a teacher. So I work in the same field, education, actually.
I think we are colleagues because I was a teacher about 3 years.
And have you ever been to Italy?
No, I have never been in Italy. I have never been in abroad.
So you don't travel much.
Could you please?
Can you repeat?
Do you travel much?
No, I don't like traveling. I like staying in my home. What about you?
I love traveling.
Oh, great.
Okay. I'm going to get Natalia now to ask questions of another student in the class, please.
Mauricio.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia. And you?
Oh.
You're from Russia.
I'm from Russia. Do you study or do you work?
No, I just study in a university.
Oh, okay. And what do you study?
I'm studying for be a pilot.
Good. Have you ever been? Oh no, sorry. Did you flight in a plane?
Excuse me, can you repeat the question, please?
Uh,
Are you
Teacher, help
trying
me,
to ask,
please.
do you fly in an airplane? Or do
Yes.
you fly an airplane? Do you actually pilot an airplane?
No, I'm actually do the training. So sometimes I can fly, or sometimes I can do theory. Yes,
Okay.
but more later I can fly an airplane.
Okay. Now, Mauricio, you're supposed to also ask questions of Natalia in this. It is back and forth conversation. Okay.
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 Natalia, have you ever been in South America?
Repeat, please. Have you ever been?
Have you ever been in South America?
No, I have never been in South America, but I want to visit America. I like this country. I want to visit New York.
Oh, that sounds good. So,
Have you,
do you play any sport?
no, I don't, but I like do morning exercises every day. I try to do it every day.
That sounds good. It's good. It's good for
Okay.
the health.
Okay, so I'm going to stop that there. And Mauricio, I want you to choose another person in the class to ask questions and have
Okay.
a conversation.
I think Vincenzo.
Okay.
Hi, Mauricio.
Hi, Vincenzo. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Fine. Thank you for asking. I would like to ask you, what do you do for a living?
I'm working as a account manager for an IT company. And you?
No, I'm just studying at university.
Really?
Yes.
What
Um,
what do you study at university?
I'm studying for be pilot.
Wow, that sounds interesting. Could you tell me something before something like that? Something like your interest?
About the life pilot or something like that.
Yes.
Well, I think the life of the pilot is very good. Really, I feel passion for it. I think that flight is the more interesting for me. You can travel around the world. You can job in an airline, and you can be stay for 1 or 2 days in a city that is your first time, and I think it is interesting. And if you want to get something, you have to work very hard on it, and you sure are going to get it.
Okay.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Remember, Mauricio, when you finished talking about something with someone, you should ask them a question in order to keep the conversation going, because they asked you a question and you answered the question. If you stop there, then no more conversation happens unless you ask them a question, or else they have to think of a question.
Yeah,
So,
I would like to ask him something.
okay,
Actually,
go ahead.
Vincenzo, do you enjoy your job?
Yes, I enjoy my job. I really enjoy my job, but I like your job too, so much.
Okay, that's good. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Nice to meet you too.
Very good. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about what we have been learning about today? Okay. So all we've been doing is finding ways to ask questions of people in English in order to start a conversation and to get to know somebody. And the big things to remember is to make sure that when somebody is talking, that you can show your interest by saying things like really, or to repeat something that they've said in order to show that you are still interested. Also, make sure that in the conversation that you share the conversation and don't talk for a long time without letting somebody get a word in. And that's great. You guys did an excellent job, and I'll hope to see you again in another class because it's time for us to go. So take care, everybody. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Bye.
the class. Bye bye.
Thank you.